Yo, what's going on? It's your boy TheGamingTrouge here, and I'm freezing out here. I've been spending all my time trying to find a good video game. I've been looking all over the place for the past 3 weeks, and I haven't found anything yet. And I feel like I'm about to freeze out here. Ooh. Oh boy. And even after searching the great wilds for a video game that I grew up playing that's actually good, it's a shame to say that I probably won't be able to review any good games this Christmas because I can't afford any brand new video games, and the games I do have, I have to wait until I can review them because they're all JRPGs and they take a lot of time out of me. But I wonder if there was a short game that I can play. Oh my gosh, there's a Christmas present right here. I wonder where this came from. I guess Santa Claus saw how much needy I am, and so he dropped me off a fan Christmas present. Let's see. The heck is a Bakugan?
That very same question was the same question I asked way back in 2013. This game is actually a card game that was actually developed by Sega Toys and Spin Master. Now, me with the monster capturing genre has actually been kind of all over the place as I was growing up. One Pokemon I actually ended up liking, but kind of fell out around 2016, 2017. Yu-Gi-Oh! I just completely fell in love with, and I love the original series along with GX, two of my favorite works of fiction. And I never really touched Digimon at all, despite my brother absolutely falling in love with it. I never really got into it, and only just recently started playing the games. But Bakugan, I had next to no exposure to growing up, aside from this one game that my best friend had when we first met, got me into this entire series. But I never had access to watch the original show until this year alone when I found it scrolling through YouTube for this very video. And after watching the first 2 episodes, it's actually still surprisingly holds up pretty well. I think the first couple of episodes are pretty good for what they're trying to do.
So despite me not actually growing up with Bakugan as a series, recently watching it, the anime is,
Man, for a minute there I actually thought it talked. I gotta lay off the sodas.
a little bit much for my taste, but it's still a good watch, and it's a good competitor to Pokemon and Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually, I don't really think anyone really cares about Digimon. I am sorry, but if you guys do care about Digimon, you guys have not played this, obviously. So why don't we go show to the world a childhood game of mine that I remember fondly, and see if it still holds up. This is Bakugan, Brawlers for the Wii.
So this game starts off with you making a custom character. First off, I've named this character Kitty McWaskers, but considering that I can't spell McWaskers right there on the front of it, I just left it as Kitty, just as an inside joke to my D&D character.
Finally, the silent orb is complete. Now all Bakugan will bow to me.
Oh boy, this is how we're starting the game off, okay. The story of the game is that the main character, Kitty McWaskers, gets bullied by this kid named Shuji, but gets saved by Dan by, of course, helping him out in a Bakugan battle. Afterwards, he runs away like a little kid. Dan wishes us good luck on our journey, and we meet up with a Bakugan named Leonidas that falls from the sky. That's just happens in this world, I'm assuming. With a new partner in hand, they start off on the journey to become the very best Bakugan battle brawler there ever is. But throughout the journey, a lot of people start getting suspicious of Leonidas' motives, which he doesn't actually change his motives, he just seems very competitive. That's just the way I've took it. Hey there, Trouge here. I just wanted to say a couple quick things before I continue on with the video. The first thing basically saying that this whole entire plot line of what if Leonidas is good or evil is actually just kind of draining for the entire plot. Like, we get it, he's not from the Destroyer world, which is the good world in the Bakugan series, but come on, I mean, they basically drill it into your head the first like 25 to 30 minutes of the game, and I'm just like, can we just move this on? So I just want to say that right now, on with the video. But this suspicion gets a lot worse later down the road when Julie says that we in fact beat up Dan and Drago, his Bakugan, which is something we did not do. We actually liked the guy, so what the heck, Julie? And I was right, who actually did hurt him was none other than this kid right here named Marduk. Him and his partner Bakugan Vladitor want to take over the entire world and wants Leonidas to join him because he was born in the Doom Dimension, so he's obviously evil. False power of friendship speech. And there was also this other guy named Masquerade who was the character that was actually from the show, but he has little to no screen time in this game that basically I just forgot about him until the final tournament arc. Now heading into the UBT, the Ultimate Battle Tournament. Hope that's the next Super Smash Bros. Tournament name. Waskers and the entire Battle Brawler team take on, well, us. I mean, we have to fight all of them to get to the final character, so what the heck. But we have one more battle to do whenever Marduk decided he had enough of this and transformed the Chaos stage into the Darkest stage. Basically, light to darkness. More Kingdom Hearts stuff, I see. After focusing everyone's power on Leonidas, Leonidas evolves into Omega Leonidas, destroys Vladitor, and saves the day. But in a twist of fate, Leonidas and Vladitor sacrifice themselves in order for them to, of course, have a brighter future. And with one fade of both of them together, now he's gone. Until he actually comes back for post-game content. Yeah, I know, basically that ending part was supposed to pull on the emotional heartstrings, and when I was a kid I actually ended up crying at this point, given the fact that I've leveled up this Bakugan, I've trained with this Bakugan, and the fact that he was my favorite Bakugan. Say Bakugan 5 times fast. Listen, it sounds like I've basically just watched the story, which in actuality the story's not really that long to begin with. The story itself is actually not that bad. It plays the friendship card way too many times, but even then it makes me laugh, it makes me cry, it makes me literally laugh whenever Marduk gets upset, and this thing right here always gets a chuckle out of me.
We haven't lost yet. Are you scared? Don't count your chickens, kid. Bring it! There's chickens in Bakugan?
And as a fan of Kingdom Hearts, Naruto, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Zelda, and Super Mario, the power of friendship means a lot, like, for real. Like, I mean, I basically have so much media that the power of friendship is magic! Don't take that scene out of context, I am not a
Now for the gameplay. Basically, Bakugan, you throw a Bakugan into a gate card. Gate cards have different effects that you can do that change the way the battle is. So you can be shaking, you can be pointing, or you can be timing the battle. But you gotta make sure your Bakugan stands. Wait, not that type of stand, that type of stand. After the first tournament, basically you have access to a bunch of different stuff that the tutorial doesn't really tell you. Like, you can pick up these types of stuff that powers up your Bakugan called G-Points. You can get battle gems that can basically turn the tides of battle at any moment, which comes very in handy, unless if it's the fickle finger of fate. I hate this thing. And hyper ability cards, which can basically mess up the player during its next move. When two Bakugan land on the same card, that's when the battle starts. You can choose to either use the ability cards, which can up your G power and basically change the way the battle can basically start, or destroy the battle items and etc. I know that sounds a really complicated, but when you get it way down, it's quite simple. When you're not battling other people, you can stop by the shop and level up your Bakugan and buy different types of Bakugan along with the cards. This really comes in handy if you really want to play Bakugan well. Like Pokemon, there's different types of type matchups that you have to take into effect. So whenever you play on stage like a water-based stage, then you probably want to have an Aqua Bakugan with you.
And that, my friends, is Bakugan Battle Brawlers, a game that I've played as a child religiously, even going as far as to beat it in one single day, even doing it the same thing in game footage for this review. And what is the final verdict? It's still dang good. Like, for a licensed kids game on a property I had no extra exposure to other than this game for so many years, Bakugan Battle Brawlers for the Nintendo Wii is a must-buy for the Nintendo Wii. Different types of like low-budget stores that sell video games have this game for dirt cheap prices. And for a Wii owner to have this game, it is legitimately good. It's a legitimate fun video game to play with a bunch of people. I know it's not for everybody, and the entire concept could basically be a little bit weird to some, but overall, I think this game is a must-buy for the Nintendo Wii. It's very dirt cheap, like I said before, and it's a way better experience than Epic Mickey The Power of 2. I know that someone watching this video is probably going to get really turned off that I said that, but guess what? I've played and beaten both of these games. This one is pure garbage! Well, I hope your Christmas is about as jolly as mine as I drink an eggnog through my Kingdom Hearts cup. And hopefully you're underneath your snuggies, opening up some amazing games like Metroid Dread. And also, just have a fantastic rest of the year, ladies and gentlemen. 2022 is going to be an amazing year. So thank you guys so very much for watching this video. Have yourselves a fantastic night. And as always, keep gaming.